Okay, welcome. We're at the big demo weekend 2010 up at Wheelbase in the Lake District, and I'm here with my friend Stuart from Yeti. We're going to run through some new developments from Yeti. It's quite a big year for Yeti this time. They've got a new model, which is the ASR5, available in an alloy platform and also in a carbon platform as well, which we're going to talk about. So I'm going to hand over to Stu, who's just going to pick out some of the real differences. The 575 was a real classic bike, you know, ideal for the lakes. We sold loads, got a lot of riders out on them, but they now have this new model. So this is the ASR5. So we're just going to run through some of the finer points on it. So I'm going to just hand over to Stu here.
Okay, so the ASR5 is new for 2010 in either an aluminium frame or also in a full carbon frame as well. Designed around a 120mm fork, 5-inch at the back, and then you've also got the possibility of a bolt-through dropout on the rear. Differs from the 575 in as much that it's a lighter, tautier platform overall. A nice sort of low slung bottom bracket, super fast trail bike, but also with the same head angle as a 575 has. So for all round trail riding, fantastic, lighter, tautier feeling due to a firmer mid-stroke in the shock. So pedals very firmly, but still with a nice slack enough head angle to be nice and well mannered on the descents.
So it kind of boils down to on the climbs, it's going to be quicker, you know,
yeah.
Head to head against the 575.
Yeah, and it'll build up to be lighter as well. So this one, the aluminium one, you're looking at sub 25 pound, and the full carbon frame is around 3/4 pound lighter for a few £100 more.
And you're sticking with the carbon rear triangle on there, yep.
It's a lot beefier, deeper section carbon rear on the new ASR5. So it's stiffer, mainly because of this big sort of deeper section down here, but still retaining plenty of mud clearance.
And it looks like you've beefed this kind of dog bone linkage in the centre. That's been remachined and tightened up.
Yeah, nicely machined and finished, but just it still retains the dog bone link and that sort of classic Yeti sort of standover height and style.
And comes supplied with an RP
RP23.
Yep. And so, what kind of rider will the ASR5 really appeal to?
All-round trail rider. Perfect sort of bike for trail centres, but also on the bigger stuff around here we have in the lakes. For guys who are going to be that little bit venturing further afield, a little bit more backcountry, they could go for the ASR7 there.
Yes, yeah. So we just wanted to talk about the ASR7. This is the second year in production for the ASR7. And I was talking to Stuart before, and they really wanted to kind of increase the gap between the two bikes, hence why they went for the ASR5 and then put the 7 in. So there was more travel difference between the two. I don't know if there's any key features you want to pull out on the ASR7. I'll just kind of move that forward.
So the ASR7 is essentially, it's got 7-inch travel designed around a 160mm Fox 36. It's essentially, it's a big cross-country bike for big cross-country riding like we have around here in the lakes. So 7-inch travel, a full aluminium back end, carbon fibre, dog bone link here, but builds up to be the kind of weight that a lot of guys previously probably had their 575 model. So it builds up to be about 29 to 30 pounds.
Right, that's good. Yeah.
But very pedal friendly as well.
Yeah. And come supplied RP23 on this? Or?
Yeah, RP23 is standard, or you can have an upcharge for a DHX Air, or you can actually fit a coil, but essentially fitting a coil, you'd just be making a light frame heavier. So for most riders, I'd recommend the RP23.
Sure. And then Yetis always look fantastic. You know, when they're built, they always look really, really good. That kind of classic Yeti style. Looking back at the ASR5, what finishes is this available in?
Finishes as standard this is almost this year's team finish, so it's white with a turquoise band. There's also a gloss black painted finish, again with a turquoise go faster stripe, and also then slate anodised.
Yeah.
Anodised is no extra. Always popular in the UK for that sort of more weatherproof sort of finish, really.
And 2010 is your first year for a full carbon frame.
So we've also got the ASR5C, which is exactly the same frame, apart from it's got a full carbon fibre front triangle as well.
And that's with the seat mast?
No, that's exactly the same as this.
Oh, right, sorry, yes.
So unfortunately it's being ridden around the local trails at the moment, and that's available in obviously the natural carbon finish, again with the white, the turquoise stripe, or in a white as well.
Yeah, and then stiffer riding, higher performing frame.
Yeah, overall, like I say, it's around 3/4 pound lighter. Rides a little bit subtly differently, but weight is probably the main advantage, I would think, over the aluminium one.
Sure, excellent. Well, thanks very much, Steve.
No problem.
Thank you.